What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Grace Jones. And we're back with the 1981 album Nightclubbing, and the next tune is Demolition Man, which, I get it, this is like a decade before it, so it can have no relation, but it makes me think of the Sylvester Stallone movie. Nevertheless, as a general phrase, it could relate to someone who is explosive, someone who, can destroy something of old, which, in the context of demolition, it's, you're exploding something to then put something else there so that, it's part of the, you have to tear it down to build it back up and so on. But ultimately, Demolition Man just makes me think about perhaps the charisma or the explosive qualities of some person. So let's see what Grace has to say about it. And again, not only through a couple of the tunes, but through people's comments, I've come to understand that, she does not shy away from, controversial or sexual themes in her tunes. So curious to hear if that's where this one will head as well. Let's find out. This is Demolition Man by Grace Jones from the 1981 album Nightclubbing. Cover this really well. That background spacey pad. A little bit of a lazy. What a tune. on the album so far. And you know, it's funny, like I enjoyed that sort of deep and funky intro, but when it kicked into that higher gear about a couple minutes into the tune, it really went to another level. And I mean, all the ingredients were already there, like the bass line was already there, and I enjoyed her vocal delivery. It did sort of change in that one part where it seemed to be like a bit faster and a bit more like properly sung, but in the verses it was very, you know, almost spoken delivered, and it was very like theatrical. It had like drama to it. I think at the very beginning I was thinking like, oh, it's kind of like, you know, Gary Newman or something in the way she's kind of being a bit robotic, but it was more like more musical theater is what it sounded like by the end. But either way, I enjoyed the persona, which at first it sounded like she was talking about the Demolition Man in third person, but then it seemed to switch to first person. So but yeah, ultimately a walking nightmare is, you know, it's a pretty intense description, so I do wonder, you know, what characterizes it. But again, demolition, you know, by definition, is about destroying things, blowing them up, whether or not, you know, to create something new in its place. But yeah, I'd like to say that, you know, a walking nightmare, it suggests that there's, you know, fallout to being around this person. So either way, I enjoyed the sonic, the whole sonics of the tune, but especially the evolution as it like kicked into that higher and a bit more energetic second phase. So yeah, bottom line, cool tune, maybe my favorite on the album so far. Once again, shout out to Mark for sharing this. I really do appreciate it. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.